Do you like coffee? I'm a pretty big fan of coffee, and I think I drink average about 3 cups a day, starting with my morning coffee as usual. I'm a big fan of Hawaii cow beans. Their savory, well-balanced flavor and aroma make me feel good. But there was a time when I didn't drink my favorite coffee for a year or more. It was well over a decade ago, when I was first adjusting to the twists and the turns of professional life in New York City. When I was looking for a job after graduation, we were in the midst of global financial crisis caused by subprime mortgages. And it was a very stressful time for me personally as well. I was barely able to finish my senior year due to a family situation. I had sent out over 100 resumes after school, and I got rejected a lot. I mean, a lot. But I finally landed a job that I really wanted, and I think that was the hardest part of my early years in the United States, because I felt like I was failing every day. It was a time when I felt in my bones how unprepared I was as a designer, as a person, and as a fake designer, because I felt failure on a daily basis. I was promising honor student at school, but at work, my design work was the worst on my team and I was the slowest to get things done. I also had a lot of communication issues. My English, which was fine in school, was subpar in the workplace. These challenges added to my stress, and I was suffering from the daily headaches. I started taking aspirin to deal with the pain, which had the side effect of causing stomach problems. I went to the doctor, was prescribed medication, and ate a lot of cabbages to try to get it under control, but it kept coming back to haunt me at every opportunity. And it got worse and developed into the early stage of a stomach ulcer. The pain was excruciating. I would describe it as aspirate on my stomach, and for about a year I couldn't eat food, let alone coffee. The pain eventually started to fade over time, and I don't think it was because I stopped taking aspirin and coffee. I think these symptoms started to fade as I slowly adjusted to corporate life and began to transform from a fake designer to a real one. As I slowly learned how to work, how to be in a company, how to communicate, etc., I started to feel less stressed, and I think my body started to feel better and heal itself. Luckily, I can now drink my favorite coffee without any problems and take an aspirin for the occasional headache. Of course, being a design lead doesn't mean that the stress of the job is gone. What I've learned from all the experience is that taking your first steps into the workplace is never easy, and it's not without its challenges. Even if you are a promising honor student in school, the real world isn't glamorous, and it's hard to adjust to a new framework called society in a short period of time. But I've also learned that there are ways to overcome these challenges, and it just takes time. Based on the experiences I've gained, I've realized that it's important to keep looking for what you need and improving for a better future. I think it's also important to seek advice and support from people who can help you when you are faced with difficulties, so that you can get through this microcosmic stage that everyone has to go through. So if you're going through a rough patch right now, I hope you will remember that the important thing is to believe that this is too shall pass and to try get through it a little bit smarter.